think, I think the world typically thinks that's a guy problem. But then I've been hearing a lot of girls struggle with that as well.
It is a girl problem too.
Yeah, like I talked to another girl. She said her friend goons 5 times a day.
But I feel like the addiction really lies in not actually doing anything, but physically like consuming the content.
Why do you think most 19-year-olds do not want to follow God? If you were to die right now, where do you think you would end up? What do you think is the most common addiction people struggle with?
I think addictions.
Ooh, okay. Why do you say that?
I feel like over the course of, time, it's become more normalized. I mean,
Mm,
like if you think back, even in like the 80s, like all the films that were being bought were adult films.
mm,
And it's now that it's more accessible, like on the internet, since the internet's like been its invention,
yeah.
it's like one of the most common sites that's even gone to. And you also see it a lot in everyday situations too from people because
Mm,
they don't know how to interact in relationships because that's all they're used to seeing. And you can tell that it's an addiction based off of their way of being.
ooh, that's
And
a
you see it
very,
you see it a lot.
yeah. It's a very good point regarding the internet versus the 80s when it's just magazines, right?
But even then, it was still highly consumed.
Yeah, for sure. But now I'm sure it exponentially increased with social media.
Hmm.
So I've been talking to a lot of people about addictions, and that one comes up. But the one that really blows my mind, because at least to me it blows my mind. I'm curious your perspective. Typically, I think the world typically thinks that's a guy problem. But then I've been hearing a lot of girls struggle with that as well.
It is a girl problem too.
Yeah,
Not me
like,
personally, but it is
yeah,
a woman problem too. I've known a few women who have struggled with that problem.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I talked to another girl. She said her friend goons 5 times a day. And I thought, that was crazy. She said that. I was like, wow. Like, what do you think about that? Is that consistent with an addiction or is that normally? I don't know. Like, that's crazy to me.
Okay, 5 times a day, that's addiction. I do think 5 times a day is addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Anything more than two
Mm.
is an addiction, I think.
Yeah.
And the same goes for men, like once, twice, like that doesn't seem that bad. But I feel like
Mm.
the addiction really lies in not actually doing anything, but physically like consuming the content. I feel
Mm.
like that's where the addiction really comes into play. Um,
Really?
because not everybody's going to just like automatically do something. Some people just genuinely like watching it like a movie. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I don't know why that is. It has something to do with like it makes them feel something more. It's like an adrenaline rush. Like you're seeing something you're not supposed to be looking at.
Ooh.
It's the adrenaline rush, and that the same thing happens with addictive chemicals or addictive drugs. It gives you that rush of adrenaline,
Yeah.
and seeing something you're not supposed to does the
Mm.
same thing. And it's more of a psychological
Yeah.
thing. Like it affects you more psychologically, which there are drugs that affect you more psychologically than physically.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think it can absolutely be considered addictive.
Yeah. Do you think it results in like shame or guilt after? E-
Absolutely.
yeah.
And then once the shame and guilt goes away, because again, with drugs too, not everybody feels guilty, but there is a part of themselves where they're like, why am I doing this?
Mm.
And I
Yeah.
feel like that kind of plays into shame.
Yeah. So then the bigger question is, why do you think people fall into these addictions in the first place?
Curiosity.
Hmm.
I do think it's curiosity because I know that a lot of like drug addictions, chemical addictions, they start in your teenage years when you are more curious. You're growing up, you're a teenager, you want to experience more.
Hmm.
And then there's outside pressures around you where, oh, well, this person did so much more than me already. I'm missing out. And it starts there, I genuinely think. I think it starts there and then it just progressively gets worse. Because if you look at porn addictions too, when does that usually start? Middle school, high school, your teenage era. You're experimenting, you're getting curious, and then it starts.
Yeah. I'd agree. And I think maybe it's a mixture of this. This with like people are trying to find some kind of relief in life. They're struggling with something, and they're trying to find comfort, relief, and they go to these things. And I don't know if that's the beginning or the curiosity, but eventually it becomes their comfort, you know? And I don't believe that's... Of course, I believe it's just an endless cycle, though, because it doesn't actually cure the problem. It's just temporary. Then you got to do it again, and then back and forth, over and over.
I agree with you, because it's not just curiosity. Obviously, there's so many factors that like play a role.
Yeah, because curiosity can only take you so far. Like, I'm not curious about doing meth. I don't want to know. Like, I don't want to try that. You know, for example. But
I know what you mean.
But then, of course, if you're around a lot of people that do it, and you're hanging out, you're in that group, then I guess it'll dramatically increase the curiosity. You know.
I feel like you're definitely right though about the whole like trying to find relief. Because if you look at people with mental disorders or, you know, issues with their mental health, they're more likely to consume drugs, alcohol, the whole bit. They're more likely to consume it.
Yeah. Like, from my perspective, I believe, like, the only way to really experience relief or comfort, or actually even a bigger, like, fulfillment in life is a relationship with Christ. What do you believe in? Or what's your faith, would you say?
I do believe in God. I'm religious. I'm not like so heavy into it where like I'm going to church every day. I really don't have the time for that. I'm a busy college student. I don't got time for that. But whenever I see any sort of little thing about religion, I stop for a minute and I just listen, because I want that as a part of my life personally. And I do, you know, say a prayer every now and then, but, you know, the role it kind of plays in my life is more so it gives me confidence in myself. It does. Because he is the image of perfection. He is perfection. He created us. And I feel like knowing that we were created by him and knowing that we were all made a certain way for a reason makes me feel more comfortable in my mistakes that I do make. So I'm not going to be walking around like, oh, I hope I don't do this. Oh my gosh, I hope that doesn't happen to me. I accept what is given to me and I do my best to overcome it, because I know in myself that good will come from just playing out the story that was written for me.
So I have a deep question for you.
Yeah.
If you were to die right now, where do you think you would end up?
Not hell.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Not hell. I think I'm a good person. I really do. I genuinely think I'm a good person. I try to go out of my way and find time to do things for the people around me. I feel like being selfish is probably the worst thing a person can do. I think what day do I do that? Every Saturday, I'm going to the animal shelter, staying there all day long, doing stuff for that. I try to help out in the community, you know, like I try my best to do the right thing, to be there for the other people walking the earth who are also God's children. You understand what I'm saying?
For sure. That's beautiful. I mean, not everyone has that heart.
So personally, I think I'm going to heaven. I think I'm going to heaven. I don't think I'm going to hell. I really genuinely don't think so.
Okay, but I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to give you some good news, but I want to challenge you. Have you ever lied in your life?
Of course I have. Everyone has.
Okay. Have you ever stolen something?
No.
Okay, 2 more. Have you ever hated someone?
Hate's a strong word. Dislike, yes.
Okay. Have you ever thought of someone in a sexual way?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to show you. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. No one is. You said it earlier. Everyone has lied, right? So in God's eyes, we're actually not perfect. We're not good enough for heaven. In our eyes, we don't see, like, I'm not a killer, so I'm not that bad. That's why we can fall into that way of thinking that, I think I'll deserve heaven. But once we start seeing what God says, we would actually deserve the hell. But have you heard the good news?
What is it?
The good news is that God loves us. He doesn't want us to go there. So he made a way for us to be forgiven, to be washed clean from all the bad, which is why he sent someone that was perfect, which is where Jesus comes in.
Jesus.
That's why he died on the cross. And then God raised him up from the dead. And whoever puts their faith in Jesus, puts him first in their lives, will be guaranteed heaven as a gift. Not because we deserve it, but just because he loves us. Does that make sense? Maybe. I know it's a little reverse what you said, but I understand what you're saying. But that's what I learned 4 years ago, and he changed my whole life. So I just try to go back on here and share the message. You know.
Okay.
Does it make any sense or no?
I understand, but you're not saying like, oh, someone is doing these horrible things, and then as long as they make Jesus the center of everything, that they get rewarded. You're not saying that, right?
I'm saying it's not. I'm not saying it. The Bible says this. Anyone, no matter what you've done, can be forgiven. Yes, including the people who do horrible things, if they genuinely put their faith in Jesus.
Okay.
Because that should show you that, wow, God loves everyone. Even those people, yes, even those people can be forgiven.
Okay.
And it's all a gift. And once you understand, like, oh, it's a gift, now I actually want to do good because I'm grateful, God. I want to do the animal shelter. I want to tell people about this. I want to do good because I want to be more like you, because you saved me. As opposed to, I'm going to do a bunch of good and hopefully I'm good enough. We'll never be good enough.
Okay, yeah, I understand your point now. I get it. I get it. Okay.
Okay.
No, I agree with you. I thought you were saying the opposite of what you just said at first. So I was like,
unfortunately, many people think that, oh, I'll just give my life to Jesus and I'm going to kill a bunch of people because Jesus saved me. Like, you completely missed it. You don't understand what he did for you.
No, I agree with you. I feel like you should be wanting to be more like him instead of let me do all this so I'm guaranteed.
Yeah, it's not a license to sin.
You know? I know what you mean.
So, that is called the gospel, or literally means good news. And
I actually didn't even know what gospel even really meant. I really didn't even know.
Yeah, it means good news. Just curious, how old are you?
I'm 19.
19. Let me ask you this. Why do you think most 19-year-olds do not want to follow God?
Party life culture. It's the culture of, and it's been like this for a long time too. You know, like the 2000s, like club culture. That's in your early teens. Yeah. Or late teens, early 20s.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're gonna feel it. I know from what I've heard and seen, people around my age feel like they're going to miss out on the experience of life itself. And that kind of ties into the addiction thing, you know, like, oh, this person, they did this. I'm never going to experience that. I can't believe they did that. And then you start, it's the slight jealousy. And then you're also like, I need to experience this because everyone else is experiencing it. I'm missing out. So I feel like a lot of people, especially in my age bracket, it's fear of missing out.
Yeah. And I think
experience with younger people takes priority over long-term things that are going to be better for you.
For sure. And I think social media just is the gasoline that makes it even worse. Because now you just compare everyone on the internet. You're like, oh, wow, they did this, they did that. Or especially regarding like the hookup culture. And guys, like, oh, you hook up with 20, well, I'm going to hook up with more people. And then I think it's disgusting. Like,
I heavily dislike it when people think it's a flex to sleep with everybody and anybody.
Yeah. I can't imagine, like, that is a flex to people. To me, it's just, the higher the number, the more disgusting it is. I mean, I don't get it.
No, I agree with you. Which, obviously, I'm no saint. I have obviously done stuff before, kept at the minimum possible.
I'm not sure if you've seen these videos, like I think it's called the Whatever podcast, and there's these girls on there, OF creators and all that, and they'll list out their numbers, and some numbers are like in the thousands, like it's hundreds. It's like, wow.
Yeah,
and they're proud of that, you know.
Do you know Bonnie Blue?
Oh, that's crazy.
What the heck?
That's crazy.
How is that a flex? Like, to me personally, I would feel so like dirty and gross. Like
Yeah.
that is, I don't know. It's just knowing that, for lack of better word, knowing that you have been infiltrated like that is
Mm.
crazy. Like, I personally believe the body is a temple.
Yeah.
The body is a temple. You protect your body. You are careful with your body.
Yeah.
How is that careful with your body? That's like the exact opposite.
It's the
of that.
opposite. Yeah, it's carefree. I mean, you do whatever. Like yeah. I believe deep down, whether she admits it or not, she's broken. She's trying to experience true love and connection, fulfillment in life.
I know that's a huge issue for women, because I know that a lot of women, and I feel like this is also tied into like the whole like porn culture and like everything that like hookup culture.
Mm-hmm.
Women, a lot of women do not feel that connection or feel that amount of affection unless they are being used in that way.
Oh, that's crazy.
Being intimate with somebody, it's meant to be intimate. You feel connection, you feel love. It's like you're like connecting your soul with them. Like you and that person become one in that moment. You feel a lot of love, you feel a lot of connection. And nowadays, you don't really get that as much. Speaking from experience, just from experience.
Yeah.
The person I was with, I did not feel loved. I did not feel cared about unless he wanted something from me. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, especially in the younger generations, like with the guys, they do not want to give that affection unless they get something they want in return. So now women are like, okay, well, if I want to actually like feel that feeling of love and feel like he cares about me, then I need to do this with him and I'll feel it.
So it becomes like a transaction.
It does, yeah. Everything now is a transaction.
So basically, it's conditional as opposed to unconditional love.
It's very conditional.
You know, and that's why I see Jesus as being completely unconditional love. He sacrificed himself. And when we become more like him, we love other people not because we're going to get anything from you, but just because we're overflowing from his love.
And another thing is, almost everything in the Bible talks about being selfless. Being selfless, caring about others when you expect nothing in return.
Yeah. So
the whole idea of religion and really being one with God is everything you do it unconditionally.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people want everything to be conditional. They want it to be some sort of transaction. People nowadays are like, okay, well, why would I give you this if you're not going to give me anything? Like, why should I do this for you if you're not going to do anything for me?
It's the complete opposite. It's selfish.
This would be, I care about you. You matter. Let me do this for you.
I believe this is actually, if you zoom out in the spiritual perspective, it's a spiritual war. You know, there's God, he's good, and there's Satan, evil. And Satan's he's doing a very good job at it. He's deceiving people and manipulating people's feelings to do ungodly things. Trying to, basically deceiving them into believing that these things are actually going to fulfill them in their lives. But it's not. It's just empty promises.